One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Hey, welcome to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. Let me turn the volume down a little bit there. I'm kind of getting a double sound. If there's no echo, hopefully let me know. But to John and Tommy, we're about to get into some tech in here. We have the echo, which is good. All right, so how everyone doing today? Hey, if you first time into the Gamers Lounge, this is a podcast where we talk about video games, the culture, quick hitting topics in the industry, game releases, and just have a good time in the Gamers Lounge. And so we have special guest today, my man Tommy Pham. He's already in there, and we're about to play some Tekken today. And Tommy is a repeat offender. He's been on the show before, great guest. And I love, what I say he's been working on for the past several years since I met him, and what he's is this journey right now with his family and helping out other families dealing with the UBA5 genetic disorder, spreading awareness and raising, I say, welfare about the cause. So we're gonna get into a little bit of gaming, but Tommy, man, John, how you doing?
Doing good, Ahman. How are you?
I'm doing great. And then Tommy, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, but I live in Oregon where like the trees and the flowers like blossoming, so the allergy is killing me right now.
Oh.
I'm like stuffed up, but I'm good. I'm excited for this podcast. It's always a pleasure to be on here with you guys.
Yeah, my wife is dealing with that right now in Houston, Texas. These allergies are kicking up. She's all congested, can't sleep right. I'm like, oh man. I was like,
does it get so bad? I've had it so bad where like you can't even eat because when you close your mouth to chew, like you can't breathe. Do you ever get that?
I don't think I've had that bad, but like I can't sleep.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, sleeping is paramount. Oh, when you can't sleep, that is no fun at all.
They got Eddie Goro now, huh? There you go.
Yeah, they got Eddie up. All right, let me go to online play.
You want to shoot me an invite?
Yep, I will.
John, you play Tekken?
I haven't. No, I'm ready to watch you guys and see how this goes. But I was just gonna say, Tommy, tell us the latest on the foundation. Anything new with the foundation?
The foundation it's growing. We have research going on now at 4 different institutions. One at Oregon Health and Science University, at Baylor College of Medicine, at St. Jude's even, and then UMass. So we have research going on at 4 different institutions. So it's just real. We're inching closer to getting a treatment for my son who suffers from UBA5 disorder, which I can get into in a little bit. But not only that, we're growing our foundation. We have a gaming platform, which Ahmad knows. It used to be called Combat for Rare because we decided to use Mortal Kombat because my son's name is Raiden. We wanted to do Mortal Kombat to like raise awareness. We know it would because it's Mortal Kombat. It's violent, but we did it around like, what was it, Ahmad? TwitchCon Halloween time? That was like 2 years ago. And so we had a huge success. We raised about $50,000 back in 2022. So from there, we're like, how can we grow this platform with the community support and not just close it off to just like Mortal Kombat fans and player and expand it, but also be niche. And so we decided to open it up to like all fighting games now. So instead of being called Combat for Rare, we have what is now called Fight for Rare. And so we involve other fighting games, other fighting game communities. So Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball, you name it, right? And people are supporting, they're streaming. We're going to have another event here at EVO, which is the world's biggest fighting game tournament / convention every year in Vegas. So we'll have a present there. It'll be 3rd year, and I can talk about that in a little bit as well. So exciting times for not only the research and the science, the hope that we're creating not only for my son or family and kids that are suffering from rare disease, but just raising awareness for rare disease in general through gaming.
That's so cool. That's so cool. And you're a big fighting game fan. Is that correct, Tommy?
I am a big fighting game fan. I mean, I named my son Raiden after the Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah.
How did that come about, by the way? I'm just kind of curious.
Fan than that.
No.
Yeah, so he was born right before the pandemic. And then like a few months before that, we were having a baby shower. And then a few weeks before that, we were just trying to figure out like a name, right? Because we want to announce the name. And I had a bunch of like different gamer names, gaming characters. My wife just went through the list and she's like, no. She wanted to go with like Justin and Trevor. I'm like, no, that's too common. I'm like, what if we did Raiden, right? She's like, oh, that's an awesome name. She did not connect that to like a fighting game, right?
Okay.
And so she's like, I think I love that name. Like, let's go with Raiden for a boy. And so we announced the name during a baby shower. It was December 2019. And one of my buddies was like, hey, Linda, did you know that's Raiden named after like Mortal Kombat character? As I was standing right next to one of my Mortal Kombat cabinet.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I was already too late.
Raiden is a really good name for a child, though. Like I can tell, like if I didn't know it was connected to Mortal Kombat and I heard Raiden, I'd be like, oh, that's a pretty cool name. It sounds cool.
Yeah, it's an awesome name, and it means so much now that he's also, fighting for his life. Unfortunately, but it has a lot of meaning to it.
Absolutely.
Ahman, how are you setting up the?
I'm trying. I'm like lost right now.
Okay.
All good. Let me try it.
You send me an invite.
Yeah, let me try that real quick here.
I'm somewhere. I shouldn't be right now.
All right. Well, you guys set this up. This is usually part of the podcast too, where we kind of catch up and talk about what we've been going on. So I'll let you guys set up. And for me, did you guys get? Ahman, you're in Texas. Never mind. Tommy, where are you at?
No,
I'm in Beaverton, Oregon.
Beaverton. I'm sorry. Are you in Lincoln right now? Ahman?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
it snowed in Madison, Wisconsin. So we just got done with snow in April. Not an April Fool's joke, which is great. But that's the kind of snow that just usually, it goes away within a couple of days. Other than that, for me, the Wisconsin women's basketball team made it to the grade 8 of the WNIT, suffered a couple of key injuries in the game against St. Louis, and they lost. So they got as far as the grade 8 this season. So that their Badger season is done. And I know Rico, who's usually part of this stream too, he is busy covering pro volleyball, the Pro Volleyball Federation. It was just in San Diego.
Omaha Supernovas.
Yeah, he's with the Supernovas squad. So, and the broadcast team there. So I know he's been busy with that too. Ahman, what's been keeping you busy?
Oh, man. Easter, I was home for the weekend. Down
Easter,
in Houston. Here we go. And was with my granddaughter, my wife, Marie. Good food. Hanging out. Got my granddaughter playing some Mario Kart more and doing my job as a grandfather.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Get her going. So that's about it. And teaching class today and then yesterday on Monday as well. But now just getting into the groove of like we got a month of school left.
That's crazy.
So it's gonna go fast. It's gonna go fast. Yep.
Oh, that, and I've been watching the as much as I can. Did you watch the Iowa women's basketball game?
Yes.
A couple days ago
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. 12 million viewers
Eddie
for that
online,
game.
Tommy?
FYI.
I do have Eddie on live.
Oh man.
Yeah, Caitlin is amazing. I'm not gonna be put in the same category as Stephen Curry because she's a whole different world to herself.
Can we get her in 2K? Is she going to be in 2K, Ahman?
Yes, she will be. Once she get drafted, she will be.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be cool.
Waiting for a match. Dude.
Yeah, I hope we have more than one match because I didn't realize I chose the wrong character, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. No, it's all good.
It's like, who am I choosing?
You got Osaka. She's good. She's good.
Oh.
So what have been some of the new research found in doing the fundraising and the money now being raised to like do some of the discovery stuff about UBA5?
Yeah, we've been doing some pretty incredible stuff. If you all want to get into like the science, so we've been able to take radiant skin cell. Just imagine like a biopsy. You take a skin cell, and then we're able to convert it into a stem cell. And so from a stem cell, we can grow it into like different type of organs. And so we've been able to create, or in the process of creating like an art. I mean, it's how would I say, a 3D model of his brain from his skin cells. And then from there, we know that there's brain activity defect. We can start testing different drugs and therapy to see what works at restoring that brain activity. Not to creep you all out, but that's what we're doing right now.
No, that's really interesting. All from a skin cell?
All from a skin cell. Skin cell. Just imagine you went to a doctor, got a biopsy, you turn into a stem cell, and from there we turn into like a brain cell. Yep. Wow. We're doing that with St. Jude's.
And the whole process of fundraising, by the way, it's fight4rare.org, fight4rare.org, and you can find out more there. You can also donate. But I know that's just the whole process of, I guess if we could take a step back from the latest like science development, like the whole process of even getting this researched, I'm sure was something that, you know, took you time to research and find the right way of doing it, right?
Yes, John, yes and no. This journey is really difficult, especially for the majority of like rare disease parents, because especially when it's a rare disease that only affects about like 40 kids, most of the time your doctor tell you there's nothing that can be done, right? And so you accept your fate and as is, and just enjoy your life with your kid as long as you can, versus what happened to us. And that's like few of, you know, parents out there where we're like, no, we're not going to accept fate. We can go about changing it. We live in a world where technology, we know advancement in medical innovation is possible because we've seen it with other diseases. There's like gene therapy and treatment for like sickle cell now, right? And so because we live in that world, I'm like, there got to be something that can be done. So we went on this journey pretty quick, like literally a month after Raiden's diagnosis, reaching out to like researcher, you know, building a team and getting the institution to collaborate with each other. And from there, it's just, yeah, we just got things going. And so part of it is hard work and persistent and not giving up. The other part is also a bit of luck, if I'm honest. Things just fell into place for us. Because it's not that easy, right? You're talking about not only organizing a foundation to raise money, but also driving the science and figuring out the science when no one knows about the disease. It's the difference when you're talking about like cancer. Yeah, there's research about it, but like UBA5, you're like, what is that?
Yeah, it's still being, I guess, still processed by people that are at your causes, you know, coming to your events and stuff. So, what have been some of the new events that you've done?
Ahman.
Say that again, Ahman.
Here, I said, what have been some of the new events that you have planned and done? Because I know you got the 5K or the K run that y'all do.
Yeah, so since I met you, Ahmad, back in TwitchCon 2022, right? Our foundation is very small. At the end of the day, it's just me and my wife. Taking a step back, like we've done a lot. Like since summer of 2022, we've done almost 20 different events, which sounds crazy. Nice. And so, you know, upcoming events that we have.
That's great.
There will be an El Paso Comic-Con coming up next week. And so we have a few friends that are setting up a booth to help us raise awareness there as well. And so we'll have like toys and, you know, computer gaming equipment to give away. So that's happening at the El Paso Comic-Con next weekend. And then, of course, we have the Evil event in Vegas. Hopefully, you know, John, Ahmad, if you can attend, it's in Vegas this year. So that's mid-July. Right? Yep, July. So we'll have a present there as well. And then we're playing another gaming convention in September, but I can't talk about it yet. That one's going to be big time.
I hear you. Can I get an invite to that?
Yeah, you will. But that's all the
Right.
gaming stuff. But other than gaming, we do like local 5K, like we're currently doing right now, where anybody can join in and do a 5K, a virtual run. We'll have local events at farmers market as well. And then recently we just launched. This sounds ridiculous. I don't know if I sent it to you, Ahmad. Recently we just sent Raiden's story, a video picture onto the moon, because NASA just returned back to the moon for the first time since.
You did send that to me.
Yeah,
That
since
was awesome.
1952 or something like that, or in 52 years. And so it's cool now that I look at the moon. I'm like, oh, my son's story is up in the moon now.
That's
But that's the
insane.
way to like raise awareness, and it's
Yeah.
also symbolized like, as family fighting for rare disease, especially for my sons, like we're willing to go as far as the moon or space to do whatever we need to do to save our son.
I think that's just an amazing story too about how you got that onto the moon. Can you explain a little bit deeper? Like how does that even pop up? How do you even run into somebody that says, "Hey, yeah, we're going to the moon. You want me to put anything up there for you?" Like how does that even work?
Oh, I just beat him out right there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So
Hey, I got one
what
win.
happened
I'm already
was
happy.
when we first did our Combat for Air event back in October 2022. That's where Ahmad and I connected, right? And so part of that charity stream, it was like 2 weeks long. Of course, Ahmad did one of the charity stream. A guy named David Chan. Ahmad, you know David, right?
Yeah.
He reached out and he's like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
yeah,
what
real
you
life.
guys doing is pretty cool. I want to help raise awareness and bring more support to you guys." He invited me to an event in LA during the Grammys weekend. I was like, I don't even know what this event is about. I've never really met you in person, but you seemed like a cool guy. And so I just went to LA, went to this Grammys event. It was actually at Lenny Kravitz's mansion,
Wow.
which is
Oh, wow.
pretty ridiculous itself. But part of that event was the announcement that they're going to launch like art, music, film into space. And all of a sudden, when I was at the event, David's like, "Hey, go up front and tell your story." I'm like, "What? I'm not even ready for that." And so I went up and told my story in front of all these people that I didn't know, besides like David. And it caught someone's attention. And then they invited me to another event like 2 months later, doing like WrestleMania of a last year. And then from there, the relationship just evolved and say, "Hey, this guy's name is Dallas. He has a company called Space Blue, which Space Blue is the exclusive curator of like art, music, human knowledge, and history onto this indestructible disc called the Luna Prize Museum." So their goal is to like archive human knowledge and history. And so he wanted our story to be a part of that to help raise awareness. And so that whole process took about a year. And then, I was finally at the Kennedy Space Center 2 months ago. I didn't witness the launch because it got delayed, but I came home and watched it with my son and family doing Valentine's Day. But it's really cool to know that our story is on that rocket ship going up to the moon and then waiting like 5 days later for it to land on the moon. Now knowing when I look up in the moon, it's like, oh, our story is there on this indestructible disc, along with other stories, music, art as well. I know that's not like a long story, but how I connected back to like how Ahmad and I met in Combat for Air. You just follow your gut, right? You just don't know what's going to happen this journey, and you believe in people and they have a good heart. You just follow that and see what happens, because it's not easy.
No, it's not. Yeah, getting their name out, and it's such a new cause that people still have to learn about, like I mentioned, and just you to drive and get the your goals of what you want to get out there for your cause, and making sure people understand it and how they can help, and then coming up with the innovative ways to show it by doing the disc and going to space. Is man, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's just creating so much hope for other families that will hear our story and like, oh, we can do this too, right? It's not like the doctor tell you like, "Hey, your child have this life-threatening disease. Good luck, enjoy your time." Like to us, like, hey, there's an opportunity to like change your fate or your child's fate now. And so we're just trying to get a story out there and just rally like the community to support us as well.
That's cool. Hey, real quick question. So you're talking about all these future events coming up. Where can people find more information? Is it on the fightforrare.org website, or is there another spot they can go find that?
Yeah, and so so I don't think it's listed in the tag below. But if you go, we just refreshed our website as well, like literally like 3 weeks ago. So if
Okay.
you go to www.radenscience.org, and then you go to like engage in one of our tab, you can see all the events that are upcoming.
Perfect. Yeah, that's Raiden, RAIDEN science.org. I'm there right now if you want to go look at some of these future events and check out the website. You can donate as well. That's really cool. That's really cool. You got to go to space, or you got that story up on the moon. That's
unique.
yeah, it's very unique. You talked about how you kind of just forgive me if I'm saying this a little different than when you did, but kind of like following your intuition about people.
Yeah.
And yeah, is that something that
Nice.
you said you kind of had to learn to do? Have you gotten better at that as you've built this foundation and tried to get this research going?
Absolutely. Came to a conclusion really quick, like we can't do this on our own. One, like the science is tough.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to build a partnership with a lot of like researchers and scientists. And two, we need to lean on people in our community to support as well. We can't do this alone in terms of raising awareness and also fundraising. Oh, did John dropped out? I think you might be on mute, Ahman.
Yes, I'm on mute. Yeah. There we go. So the game is done, so we could disconnect that one, but get John back.
Oh, that was really hard to play while trying to like chat and sit. I'm like, oh man, I don't know my buttons right now.
Let me get. I don't know how John fell out. I didn't hit nothing in StreamYard here, but as John gets back into to hearing your question or your answers to the question, it's just. I mean, I'm excited and I say inspired by where you started and to where you at now. To get those text messages to see where you're doing and where you're going and taking your calls has just been for me like a nice little delight when you text me. I'm like, sweet, that's going on now. Oh man, that's good because
I know we were just starting our journey of like finding the right research and taking a risk on doing these gaming activation, especially like Mortal Kombat. When I first met you at TwitchCon, it was like when it all started. So you're like one of our first supporter before we even launched the event.
For sure, it was something that when I started my foundation and wanted to help people with from my platform, being a former athlete or being an athlete at that time. Is just something that is real easy for me to do. And I think that if people that see me promoting the cause will definitely grab on to it and help bring in the same support that I'm doing, basically. So, all right, let me fix here. Hopefully John can come back in. He might send me a message on my phone. I don't know how he dropped out. I was like, man. All right, let me work on my side real quick.
What game have you been playing?
So a little bit of Tekken. I just got a new fight stick, and so I've been messing around with that. I got a PlayStation 1 or Razer right here.
Oh yeah, the Razer. Okay. Yeah.
So I picked that up at PAX East a few weeks ago. There's John.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
You have to come out to Evil. I don't know how we're gonna pull it off. Like, I don't mind saying this on air. Like, what I want to be able to do that would be really cool if we can get players, content creators, influence, catalysts, however you call it. That's not really a fighting game pro. Just get them together to do like a tournament to help us raise awareness, but also do a tournament on stage at Evil. I think that would be pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah. Like a celebrity / like fighting game tournament. Someday. Oh,
that'd be awesome.
I think I'm here.
There we go. He's back.
He's there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just editing out all the cameras that's on here right now, getting me back to where. Here we go. I got it. Moving around. I know what I'm doing. I'm tech savvy here. But no, having it on stage at Evo, or just in the space of Evo, because this is the Las Vegas Convention Center, right?
I
And
think
that's
so.
where
It
the
used to be
Evo's
at
at.
Mandalay Bay, but now it's at the convention center.
Okay, yeah, and just having that platform, right? That's huge because literally, people, fighters, fighter competitors are from all over the world that come to Evo, that come to Vegas, and they're playing all the popular fighting games from Smash to Tekken 8 to Tekken 7 before that, and Street Fighter 5 and 6 and Super Smash Brothers, and to have that audience there to see this, and they're passionate gamers, and they'll eventually gamers once they see something that is, I'll say, that's pulling on the heartstrings, that where they could just simply reach out and help in certain simple ways, that just continues to make the cause just go.
Yeah, we have a special connection with like the fighting game community. Like when we start doing all like planning for like a gaming activation, a lot of our advisor, for lack of a better word, it's like, hey, you should do games like Roblox or Fortnite or Call of Duty. They're not wrong. It's a bigger platform. You have an audience, but it just felt right because my son's name is Raiden to like really focus on the fighting game community from like a story perspective. And like, I'm already connected to that community. And so, yeah, it all worked out. Even though we didn't start out with like Fortnite, Roblox, Call of Duty, whatever, but like as we evolve into the concept of like fight for rare, if you think about it, it's fighting for rare. Like any game is fighting in real life or in the game as well, right?
Yep. It's so having that that type of mindset is just what you got to have when you have a cause that's as big as it is, because it's newer, and I say getting the word out is priority number one. And so for myself, just you've done a good job, keep me updated, but give me more, as much as information I can have, so I can participate, and even let John know too some of the dates, some of the website stuff. We have it on here. I went to your the Instagram and account and grabbed a lot of information on there. That's what I have scrolling at the bottom of the screen, so you can participate. Like, you don't have to be in person these days. Obviously, a lot of things can be done virtually, and so the 5K run was virtual. You can just sign up and register, and
last year you ran on the treadmill.
Exactly, and so you could do that from home, which is awesome now. And we earned that from being on this planet during COVID. So we learned how to get around ways. There was a workaround in that. That was some of the good stuff that came out of the 2020 year. And so you have that part, and then just there's the apparel shop, I believe, is one of the links is where you could go shopping for.
Yeah, we started having merchandise too. So slowly growing our brand, like where we want to take the Fight for It concept, just separating that a little bit from our foundation, which is focused on UBA5 research. But for like Fight for Rare, like our vision for that is to bring attention and raise money for kids, going through this fight as well, and doing research for rare disease beyond just UBA5. Like that's our vision, having that charity platform to raise hopefully millions in the future to enable these research for like really rare diseases that no one cares about, right? So if you think about gaming charity organization out there, like you have like the St. G Play Live, Gamers Outreach, Extra Live, and a few other ones. The majority of them focus on childhood cancer, rightfully so. They should. Childhood cancer is a big deal. But then what about the rare disease kids? There's none out there.
Right. And so you got to be that spokesperson, and you got to be that person that's getting everybody else to know. Now, I definitely want to help out. So continue to send me the information so I can put it out there and support. And the more, my goal this year for myself is get to an event in person. That's my goal for myself with this cause. It's just,
to come to Evo or the one in September, which I'll have an update on hopefully next month. I can share.
Yep. So go ahead.
No, go ahead. I think one thing, if people are like new to hearing us talk about UBA5, so UBA5 pretty much think of the manifestation of the disease is progressive cerebral palsy, right? So my son is 4. He can't walk. He can't talk. He's fed via a tube. He can't even grab on anything that he wants. He just don't have control of his body. And over time, it gets worse. So a lot of CP, it's stable. You have cerebral palsy, and that's it. This is cerebral palsy that get worse. And I hate to say it, but ultimately lead to death.
Correct. Yeah, That's a rough one.
But we believe we can stop it in time and give them a better quality of life.
Good.
So hope is not lost there. We'll continue to fight.
So those are your goals. I was going to ask you what are your goals, but that's obviously you can't have no more higher goals than that right there. Finding a cure for life and to make sure that not just your son, but any other family that has to deal with this illness, this disorder, that it gets they get the research done to have the remedy and have the cure for it as soon as possible, as soon as we can have it. So, John.
Well, I was just going to say, like, as far as I don't know what the time frame for research is. My guess is, gene therapy and things of that nature probably take, I have no idea, I guess, how long that takes. So what's that like for you as you've done the steps to get to the research? Is it right now kind of just a waiting game and continuing on with that research to see who can get there first, or how does that exactly work, I guess?
So how it works is kind of like there's two paths, John, to like research. Whenever people are raising awareness and fundraising, I think a lot of family falls on this trap, and I'm just being honest. Like they fundraise and they raise a lot of money for research to better understand this rare disease because no one knows about it, right? Rare disease XYZ. A lot of money is being given to like just research and understand it better. The other path, which that path is also important. The other path is like focusing on developing the treatment, not really understanding how it works. And so we took that path, meaning we're working on gene replacement therapy. We know Raiden has a defective gene called UBA5. You and I have it. Ours is not defective. We might not understand how it all works in our system and everything else, but we know we have a technology where we can insert a clean copy or a normal copy of that gene into Raiden to hopefully override the bad gene. Now, we still have to do testing. We have to develop models, which take time because we're not going to just inject something in Raiden and think it's going to be okay, right? We got to make sure it's safe and it's actually effective. And so we're just waiting for that. And those process cost millions of dollars. Like for the gene replacement therapy, we had to raise $4 million, but we raised $1 million so far. So that's kind of like two paths. We're taking a parallel path, but with much more focus on what I call the translational science.
All right.
And so in theory, if Raiden's able to get the treatment in 2025, like we're able to create a treatment from no research, no nothing at all within 4 years.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy. That'd be amazing.
Awesome. You're going to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
I got y'all on it. I got that in my mindset. But like I said, I didn't say at the start of the show, but I'll say now, we're streaming on all platforms, Facebook and LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Instagram as well. So everybody go over to Fight for Rare and follow Raiden's journey and follow here on Instagram and X. I'm not sure if X, but I know Instagram for sure.
Yeah, well, at the AG_Gamers Lounge X account, we also have the link to raidenscience.org as well, RAIDEN science.org. So you can also get that on X on the AG Gamers Lounge account too.
Yeah, would love to hear from anyone, right? You all have any kind of ideas like fundraise? I'm open to it. I'm all about creativity and trying new things.
Yeah, I'm definitely down that avenue. So we're gonna have this conversation. You're gonna have more conversations of ideas because I'm always thinking of ideas what to do with my esports players in terms of raising funds or just awareness about our program. And I've done it since 2001 with my foundation, the Ahman Green Foundation. So I definitely have a knack for that. So we could definitely bounce ideas off each other on how to do this and get everything you need, get all the funding that y'all need for this.
Yeah, I mean the population of gamers is so huge, and like by focusing on gaming, like it actually like besides fundraising, right, and bringing awareness, like this gaming just brings me joy. It helps me normalize like my life because it's not easy like behind the scenes with my son. You know what I mean? But gaming just give me that bit of escape whenever I get to play.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is one of the fun things I love to do is this podcast, along with playing video games, streaming on when I'm just gaming on Ahman Green TV. That is one of my joys in life, and that's why I'm a director of esports head coach. So we share that commonality, and knowing that the gaming space is a place where they are the communities that support each and one and everybody. They're really supportive. Then they could come out and help out year round all the time. So that's what. I have a lot of encouragement by that because of what I've seen in other communities in the video game space that will show up and do the job and help support. So I know you got a little time with us left. So we're about to go into quick hitting news bites here.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, let's go into that real quick. We got a new intro since you've been on the last show here. Of course, a Kung Fu matchup.
I don't even know what to do. Like, that's how bad I'm just like moving my arms.
Oh man, so let me get the screen ready here for John and his story coming up here. What is it? Why? Boom, there it is. I got
there
it.
It is. You
got I didn't even notice you had Ryu right there.
Yeah. That's my dude. He's a what's it called? I met the company at Comic-Con one year. Cable guys. And they little statues they have a few of the Street Fighters, Star Wars figures, licensing, where they just basically hold your controller or your cell phone, and that might be an idea right there, a company to reach out to and help with raising sales and raising funds for the ratings journey. There you go. So I know that company, so I'm gonna reach out to them. There you go. Yeah. All right, John, what you got here for us in quick hitting news bites?
Okay, so this is the story I found about free burritos from Chipotle from, is it inc.com, inc.com, however you want to say that. Yeah. So this is what you got to do. Let me bring it up here. So Chipotle, we all know Chipotle. They're launching a 36-hour video game competition called Burrito Vault. All right, so it is underway right now.
So it started.
Yep, it's underway. It started. They're giving away $1 million worth of burritos. The game allows players 4 chances daily to guess 2 specific burrito orders from over 1 billion combinations. The first 50,000 to guess correctly will receive a buy one, get one code for Chipotle, redeemable on April 4th, National Burrito Day, amounting to 100,000 potential buy one, get one codes. Let's see here. Also, they have like a Burrito Day sweepstakes selected to earn free burritos for a year, which wouldn't be so bad. When was the last time you had some Chipotle, Ahman?
Probably last week.
Oh, you'd love this. You should get in on this.
Maybe like, for me, maybe like 2 months ago, but not the burrito, but more like the salad.
The burrito bowl. Yeah.
The salad. There's salad. There's burrito bowls, and then you can have it. I do the fajita, the veggie burrito or fajita bowl. Just all the veggies and a little bit of rice and beans. There you go.
So I'm not sure how good how close this is to actual video game. It sounds more just like they said that the Burrito Vault was inspired by the popularity of word puzzles. Oh. So I haven't looked at it yet, but if you all are interested in Chipotle, I just had one last week. I had Chipotle last week. So we're all big Chipotle guys here, but
that means we healthy eaters. There you go.
Chipotle is pretty healthy. I would say, isn't it, Ahman? I mean, you're the
I do the veggie stuff. Like I said, stay away. I don't do all the meat all the time. If it's on the cheat day, then I'll do it then. So,
gotcha.
Did you have something to add, Tommy?
No, I'm just saying, like, Chipotle has been in a lot of gaming, especially fighting games. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah,
they did integration with like Street Fighter.
Evo, right?
Yep.
How have they been involved with fighting games?
As of last year.
If you go into Street Fighter,
they got like Street Fighter character wearing like a burrito as a backpack.
Yeah.
They had like a burrito fighting in Street Fighter. I think.
They get it. They get the cross branding. That's basically cross branding 101. Nice. Something I was talking about in my intro to esports class today in terms of how you spread your brand. You partner with certain companies, and that's what Chipotle doing, is partnering with who's the developer for, or Konami? Is it no? That's
they're Capcom.
Capcom. Yeah, Capcom. So they partner with Capcom to get their burrito backpack or whatever it is on Ryu or Ken or Guile in the game. So there you go. More ideas, right, for doing things and working with people.
Yeah, it's a way to engage with a younger audience, right? Because kids that are young, like in their 20s, grow up in an age where like all they know is like gaming and digital, right? The concept of gamification. So what Chipotle here is doing is like engaging with the brand through gamification, which younger audience or younger kids like just love.
Yeah, and you kind of understand that. That's kind of your neck of the woods in terms of what you do at Nike. And so we got 12 Wood says, I got to pick one, Runza or Amigos. Amigos. I'm an Amigos guy. Runza got John and Tommy, with you not being in Nebraska, it's a Nebraska franchise that is basically a hot pocket. And they probably wouldn't say that in their business meetings, but Runza is a hot pocket that they made a franchise here in. It's been in Nebraska my entire life. I haven't been there a lot to eat that because I'm very healthy now. I'm knocking on the door of 50, so I can't be eating a whole lot of Runzas. If they ever do a veggie Runza, I'll be down to go test it. I've had one or two when I was a kid and in college and stuff, so I was like, hey, I can't eat a whole lot of these. They're delicious, but I don't know how great they are for you. But it is a fan favorite here. And if you're from Nebraska, you at least had one Runza, one hot pocket for you there. So there you go. That is.
I haven't had a hot pocket in like a decade.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's interesting idea that came out, and it's, like I said, it's still popular today. They sell it at the stadiums during the games and everything. So it's a big deal here. And so, all right, my turn. Quick hidden news bite up here. We got Marvel Rivals Alpha release characters and everything we want to know about the new game. And so Marvel Rivals has been compared to Overwatch, just with Marvel characters. So I'm like, okay, so it's a shooter, team shooter. So it says several Marvel games are in development right now, but anyone looking for something competitive, Marvel Rivals may catch your eye there. So the new competitive shooter game is being developed by NetEase and combines a striking art direction and with comic book inspired gameplay as you battle to save the Marvel multiverse. Ahead of its eventual release, we've gathered up all the available information of the game and the alpha test dates to its roster. So here's the table of contents. So Marvel gameplay, releases, Rivals price of it, closed alpha test, and the character roster, different platforms. That means the boards, the story and the settings, and the Marvel Rivals post-launch plans here. So I won't go through all of that because that's a lot of information, but here are some of the broad strokes of it. So
is it like Overwatch? I've never heard. This is the first time hearing about it, but
yeah,
it doesn't look like. It's more like, to me, like maybe like Fortnite-ish.
Yeah.
Than Overwatch.
I mean, they said Overwatch. I read one article mentioning Overwatch. One of my faculty members, that's my assistant director, he sent this to me last week, and he is a former esports pro, and he worked at, I believe, Riot. So he kind of has an inside track with people and sending him information. He said, hey, Ahman, check this out. We might have to play this for fun on the weekend. And I'm like, really? He's like, a little bit of Overwatch or Fortnite-esque with Marvel characters. And I'm like, okay, I like that. But they're already there in Fortnite. But I guess it's just they're going to try to run this. So NetEase is the company that says Marvel Rivals is still early in development and not so set release date yet, but been revealed yet. So as noted below, as an alpha test on the way in the first half of 2024. So there will be an opportunity to try it out soon. And again, the gameplay will look like a reskinned Overwatch, like I mentioned, on first glance. So Marvel Rivals does make a few changes to the formula or source inspiration of that game. So it uses third-person view, and characters' abilities can be boosted with dynamic team-up skills to unleash powerful attacks. So example, Hulk can channel some of his gamma radiation into Iron Man and supercharge the armor Avengers Repulsor Blast, or Rocket can hitch a ride with Groot, which we've seen that in the movies.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And create a tag team of destruction.
Yeah,
right there. So
that's awesome. Yeah. So you're going to be able to be like, so if you're Spider-Man and you've got this, Overwatch style, are you going to be able to like sling webs and do everything like that too? Like,
I would assume so.
Oh, this sounds really fun.
Yeah. So this says Marvel Rivals closed alpha testing. So alpha testing is closed right now, but obviously it's going to be something more down the line, opening up for us to go check it out. And I'll say the biggest thing,
I can see it now, how it's like Overwatch with just individual like skills.
Yep. I say the next biggest thing is, what's the price? I think it's, let's see here. Here's the character list, the roster. We got Hulk, Storm, Namor, Loki, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Magic, Groot, Rocket, Star-Lord, Mantis, Penny Parker, Luna Snow, Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, Punisher, and Magneto. So we're going into the
Oh yeah, we taking
original.
bets. I feel like it's gonna be a free to play, and they're just gonna monetize like the in-game content.
Yeah, the skins and other
Yeah.
little fun clothes, because you mentioned epics. They got mentioned. It says the game has currently been wish listed on Steam and the Epic Games store there. So you know if Epic is involved, it's gonna be some microtransaction going on there for the game. And then here's the storyline real quick, and then we'll move on. So Fantastic Four supervillain Dr. Doom has teamed up with his successor in 2099 to mess about the time stream, creating a cataclysm event known as the time stream entanglement, similar to like Loki. Maybe we recap Loki, John. And so remember the whole time continuum, the loom type thing was going on. So with heroes and villains with multiple realities colliding and battling one another, it will be up to players to join forces, face off against their parallel selves. So that means Black Panther versus Black Panther, Iron Man versus Iron Man, and so on and so forth, and stop dooms in the process. So there's a kind of little, I say preview of the storyline. So you can go ahead over to GameSpot.com to read the rest of the article and get more information about launch dates and other pre-tests, betas coming out, and other fun things about the game. But I think that's a pretty cool thing. Overwatch, Marvel, all mixed into one. Gotta have fun. Who's going to be your characters? I know you got to jump off, Tommy. So who would be your go-to Marvel character in this game?
Probably like the one that everyone will probably choose, either Spider-Man or Iron Man.
I think Iron Man would be pretty cool too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Black Panther or Hulk. That's where I'm at. Hulk, he can create problems for people. So big dude, and he gets angry, causes damage all the time. Hulk smash. Oh man. So Tommy, thank you. I know you have to head out. You're kind of at your limit, right?
Yep.
Or after time. Hey man, I appreciate you. Continue. Good luck, and I'm gonna be along with this as well. I'm gonna get my hands dirty in this and get there to a in-person event this summer. July, like you said, Evo, September, another event, and you got another top secret event. If I could be part of that top secret list, let me know, and what I could do to continue to spread the word. Send me information. I have greenies in my chat that like to help out other foundations, and so I know the Bear Fan, I don't know if he's in here today, but he's a guy that is in California, so he's not far from you, and he does fundraising efforts with other foundations. So that's where he's already been kind of spreading the word, putting your links in different group chats to get the word out too. So we've been helping out from afar with the greenies in the Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge chat room here. So all right, so your wife Linda, your daughter as well, we said hello, and Raiden as well, and again, continued success and keep us updated on everything throughout this process.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show and helping me continue to spread awareness. John, I've been watching you on the Gamer Lounge, but nice to be on the show with you.
Yeah, same to you. Thank you for jumping on. And once again, you can go check out the website, everyone, raidenscience.org.
All right, Tommy.
See you guys later.
See you later, man. Yeah. All right.
Also, fight the number 4 rare.org as well. Fight for rare.
Yep. There you go. So yeah, I'm putting it out. Like I said, I'm getting on that train. I've already been helping out. Now it's gonna just now be that extra step. Take that extra step up of getting out there, helping out with some of the events that he's partaking in, which is our fun stuff there. So, all right, where are we at now? We're going to this or that. We got this or that this week, John.
This or that? Okay, we can do that. Let's do that.
Got that.
This or that.
All right, let's get ready for this. Let's go down the list. And we have the April Fool's edition.
Yes.
I had to do it.
Yes.
Since we just missed it by 1 day. 2 days, sorry. I was like, I got to get this in. That just passed. So here we go for the first one.
All right. By the way, you can chime in on the chat as well if you want to be part and interact with this or that. These are from the mind of Ahman Green and what we missed on April Fools. Fake spider or fake cockroach? All day, fake spider for me. I think it's more believable than a fake cockroach. I think really you probably can't go wrong with either one, because if you're trying to trick somebody and they just like if they notice it move, it doesn't matter if it looks like a spider or a cockroach. It's a little thing that moved.
Yeah.
So I'll go fake spider.
And my granddaughter, I found out this weekend, she's terrified of bugs.
Oh no.
And I'm like, baby, look how big you are. And I'm like, look how small the bug is. She's like, but it's gonna bite me. I'm like, it's not gonna bite you. This in particular bug, Big B says, fake cockroach. I'm like, no, that's not a bug that bites. She's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, yes, I'm telling you now, you don't have to be afraid of that bug. So she is right now still terrified, but I'm gonna work on it. That's my summer job this year, to get her de-terrified. And I told her this. I said, look, don't be scared of the bug when you then kill it. I'm like, no, help the bug. Sometimes the bug got to go somewhere. They're trying to travel a great distance.
They're trying to get stuff done.
Yeah, they're trying to get stuff done. Just if you can, pick them up, take them to the fence in our backyard and throw them over the fence. Maybe he's trying to get over the fence or something. I was doing my best as a grandfather here to help her out to get over that fear right there. But I'm gonna go spider as well. I had friends growing up that was just as I say, as an athlete as I am, and scared of the smallest. I was like, dude, you 15 years old and you bench press like 300 pounds. How you gonna be scared of a cockroach or
those offensive linemen? Were they ever like little?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, you 320 pounds, bro. Your finger you could take care of a whole spider.
Yeah.
Bag of eggs with you just smash, and you scared of bugs? Like, come on, man. Like, this is too funny. I was like, what if this gets out? That my linemen can't, they're scared of bugs, but they could block D tackles. Like, what? That don't add up.
Not afraid of 6'2", 275, but
you're afraid of 0.0 ounces of spider terror. I'm like, come on, guys. This is hilarious. So spider for me and cockroach for Big B on that one, and spider for John as well. So this is a bad one too. This is a messed up one.
I like this one. Fake lottery ticket or fake parking ticket. Ooh, that's so good, Ahman.
Good one.
Okay, just first thought, you're going to get a reaction either way.
You will.
Well, this reminds me of two things. Once for Christmas several years ago, my late mother-in-law received one of these fake lottery tickets, and it was a good time. It's pretty funny because she thought she had won. She's like, wait, did I win?
I think you talked about it. Didn't you talk about it?
I probably did.
Yeah, you did. I think you did.
So that was classic, and it still gets talked about. But I've never done anything with a fake parking ticket, but I did prank my buddy at a golf course once where I had this cheap little like half golf ball on this like little plastic circular piece of plastic, and it looked like a cracked windshield. So once you stuck it to a windshield, like from a distance, you'd be like, what is in my windshield and why are there so from up close, it's totally fake. From 15 feet or close, once you get closer, once about the 10-foot range, you're like, what's going on? But anyway, I did that to my buddy once on a golf trip, and we get to the parking lot and his car's there, and he's like, no note. Like, he was enraged right away, like, and no note. Like, yeah. So I can understand the hilarity of getting someone with their vehicle too. I'll go fake lottery. I don't know.
Fake lottery. Like JFK says, fake lotto that's terrible. It is. It is. Because like the lottery now is like $1 billion right now.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
The lottery is $1 billion. So you think like you're like instantly like, oh yeah, I don't have to work. Just don't overreact and like go to your job. Be like, I'm out of here. All y'all suck. I don't have to work here. You fucked out. I've seen it in movies. They've done that as a skit. I'm like, oh yeah, that person's fired.
This is a really good point. Though I didn't think about, because with the fake lottery, it seems so mean, says Big B. And by the way, put your messages in there. We'll read them.
Yeah,
he's right, because in the one with the parking ticket, you're like asking for like $30 or whatever the parking ticket is.
Right.
The other one, you're like, you just won $1 million. Just kidding. So yeah, I could see how the fake parking ticket
is not going to go over well.
Right. It's like,
just kidding. Not gonna go
yeah.
over
The
well.
trick is you either get a lot of money or you have to give a trivial amount or like a small amount of money. So maybe fake parking ticket's the way to go, I guess.
There go Big B, take this job and shove it. Yeah, that'll go down.
It reminds me of the dude on what was the movie with Chappelle and Brewer, where they were always smoking stuff.
Oh, Half Baked.
Half Baked, when that one guy leaves the fast
food.
F
you, you're cool, and F you, and he throws a burger at somebody's. Yes, that's a classic scene there. Oh,
Oh,
love it, love it, love it. All right,
next
next
this
one
or
up.
that. Okay,
This one.
this man, onion flavored candy or pickle flavored candy. Onion flavor would be worse. I'll go onion flavored candy.
I would go pickle. I like pickles. At least somebody be nice to me and give me a pickle flavored candy, like
Yeah,
a sucker or some hot tamale. That's what hot tamales needs to do. The company do the
yeah.
pickle flavor or tamales. You don't know till you open the box. That's a gotta. I'm surprised a lot of candy companies don't do that more.
I am
Right?
too. As
I
you're
mean,
talking about it, I'm thinking, why
right.
would they not like have a special edition
Um,
pickle flavor for a limited time or something?
or just an April Fool's box that comes out
Yes.
every year
Yes.
for the soft candy companies like Hot Tamales, like Sour Patch Kids,
Yes.
and do a hot tamale or do a April Fool's edition. Just
That's
one day a year. There you go. We just gave.
Ahman. That's brilliant.
Told you I'm an idea maker right here. Things are just flowing in. I'm connected with the world right now. Big B says pickled for him. Pickle flavor. I'm there. Pickle gummies would be too weird. He said.
That's why it'd be cool though, because it'd be like, what is this gonna be?
Right.
Yeah.
He said like dill tasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dill pickle. Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, because there's sweet pickles and the sweet pickles.
Let's make it taste like dill pickle. That's what we
dill,
have.
dill pickle. I like the saltier taste there. There you go. All right, here, a couple more left here.
It's a great idea, Mom. Toothpaste filled Oreos. Oh, or caramel covered onions. Ugh. Oh man, Mon, you got some good ones.
Yes.
Well, I don't think you should be swallowing toothpaste, so I think that might be a little too
People
tricky.
do that. Well, we technically do, when we brush our teeth.
Tiny
So
amount.
It's
Yeah,
not
but we're not,
tiny amount, not the full amount, right?
yeah, not like a Oreo amount, but that's why he's nicknamed Batman. Always sneaky with his ideas, says Big B.
There you go. Thank you, Big B. Appreciate you.
Oh, this is good, Mon. I'll take the caramel covered onion, although that's really nasty too.
Because you looking at it and it looks like
Apple.
like fried onions, but then you like, wait a minute.
Oh, I thought it looked like a caramel covered apple, like in the fall.
Yeah,
like
no. That's what I mean. That's what. Yeah, that's. Forget what I said. I said. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And then you'd bite into it, and it would just be the worst shock of all time.
Yeah, it'd be the onion.
At least with the toothpaste, you can go like this. Oh, yeah. Like, and it's not you're used to toothpaste in your mouth.
Yes.
It just doesn't taste good with the chocolate. But nobody's used to, I guess, eating onions. Just like
I had a friend whose dad used to do that.
What?
He used to eat whole onions like apples. I was like,
why?
He said they're good for you. I'm like,
they are.
They are. I mean, onions, garlic, stuff like that. But I'm like, I don't know if I'll eat a whole onion like an apple.
No.
I like my taste buds. I won't be mean to my taste buds. I don't
even know how you could handle it. Like,
so, right. I haven't picked yet, so I will go to toothpaste. Oh, no, never mind. No, I would go. No, I don't know. Toothpaste filled Oreo and caramel covered. I guess at least you get the sweetness of the cookie, of the Oreo cookie. This is not a good pick.
It's not. It's real. I guess maybe I'll go back to Oreo toothpaste cookies.
I'll do the Oreo toothpaste cookies. That's the lesser of the two. The other ones. He says, Big B says, mint cookie though. I don't think that'll help. Still, good effort. I like the effort there, Big B.
You gotta be careful. Someone might be like, "Ooh, these Oreos put mint in here. Oh, these are good."
All right. Couple more here of this or that.
Jello that looks like juice, or mashed potatoes that looks like ice cream. Ooh, I like the mashed potato ice cream. That's devious.
That's devious.
But mashed potatoes is good though. Like you like mashed potatoes, so it's not like you'd be like, ugh. You'd be like, these are potatoes.
Yeah, and it just be funny with the juice and the Jello. You're like waiting for the juice to come. You're sitting there like,
oh, and it's Jello. But okay, I see what you mean by that. Yeah.
You're like sitting there like,
it's not working.
And then eventually, if you shake it too much, it might fly in your face. Blah blah blah. Big old
plop out.
Man, where am I at? I said, I'm gonna go mashed potatoes. Look like ice cream. Because you know what? I'll eat it in front of her. I'll be like, hey, give me some butter, some salt, some pepper, knock it out. There it is.
Gosh, mashed potatoes are good.
They are, yeah, when you get a good batch.
Oh,
Oh man, there you go. All right, last one. April Fool edition. Here we go.
Oh, another one.
Another lottery one.
Fake lottery win announcement or fake celebrity sighting announcement. How's the fake celebrity announcement go? What do you envision with that? Fake celebrity.
Just saying that you saw.
Oh,
you saw
okay.
so and so. You saw Pat Mahomes. You saw Kristen Wiig, or what's his name that plays Wolverine? Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Or you saw Oh yeah, I saw Ye at the grocery store today. I saw Weezy in the stand. Well, you might see Weezy in Green Bay stands. He's a Packer fan, so
yeah.
But if I was walking down the street and on the bus and riding, and Weezy was sitting next to me, like, bruh, why Weezy sitting on the bus? First of all,
doesn't make sense. He wouldn't be on the bus.
Why would he be on the bus? Tell me why, unless he's shooting a commercial that you probably jump on there and you shouldn't even be in the commercial. So there you go.
The fake lottery thing seems mean again. Now I'm all in this, like, it's really mean, because then I'm guessing you like record the winning numbers, and then they're like, now they're dealing with, like you said, hundreds of millions or $1 billion or something like that.
Oh, Big B. I haven't heard that line in a while.
Who killed Sarah? I haven't thought about who killed Sarah
Me
in a
neither.
long time. Big B.
He is keeping the who killed Sarah situation alive.
That's old school.
That was a zombie, man, and he just brought it back to life.
I still haven't finished season 1. Still don't know who killed her.
Oh my goodness.
Eventually, I hope they tell us. There's 3 seasons. I'm looking it up right now.
Facts.
I don't even want to click on it because I'm afraid if I click on it, they'll tell me.
Yeah, of course. You could do the recap.
Like, it'll be the first thing
on YouTube, right?
I don't want to look it up. I don't want to know. I want it to be a thing where I just never find out.
Oh, gotcha. So that was the last one. So yeah, I'm gonna go fake lottery announcement.
Nice.
I'll go there. What about you?
Fake celebrity, because I think the lottery thing at this point, I'd be really mean. Yeah, I'm just kidding. You didn't win $200 million
or $1 billion. $1 billion.
That's
what it is now. Back when Ben was here. Yeah, when Ben was on the host roster. Yeah. All right. Moving on to games releases of the week.
Okay.
Fun games.
It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
All right, John, you are up first, and we have some fun.
So I'm not
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm not sure when this. So I've got a release date of. I picked Turbo Golf Racing.
Yeah,
I've got a release date of 2022.
Yeah, it came out on PC first, and then now it's coming out today or tomorrow. Today on PlayStation, Xbox. I saw the same thing when I was getting ready for the show, and I'm like, wait a minute. Then it said our console April 3rd, 2024. I'm like, oh, there we go. So
that makes more sense.
Here you go, buddy.
That makes more sense. And it looks awesome because you know what it looks like? It looks like something right up my alley, Ahman.
Yeah, Rocket League.
It's like Rocket League, but golf. So it takes like my favorite video game with my favorite pastime and puts it together. So I think Turbo Golf Racing might be my ticket. Revolutionizing the traditional sport of golf by introducing turbocharged cars as a means to putt the ball, compete in golf or race modes across 80 levels, unlocking a selection of more than 500 cosmetics as they progress. As you see here, there you go. You gotta put it in the hole, just like golf.
Game for this. This is a little fun game for one that could pass time, right? And it might be a little family get together, if not friend get together. And it's not on Switch, which I'm surprised.
No, it's on PS5.
Yeah, PS5 and PC and PS4. So I'm surprised. And this is where you could design your car. I like how I broke away from that and like the music changed. You're like just the casual, you directing, you're decorating your vehicle. It's 80 levels. That means in a weekend you'll be on there for the whole weekend.
The thing I wonder about with this,
so you got so just like you got the way you hit the ball, so you got a stump, a magnet. Oh, sweet! Different clubs, I would say, right?
Yeah. Good way of thinking of it.
Oh, tomorrow.
That comes
April 4th.
tomorrow.
I like
The thing I would worry about with this game, Ahman, tell me if I'm wrong here.
Okay.
You're so used to the gameplay of Rocket League, and it's so difficult for some, me, to kind of,
Me too.
get that as close as you can to being decent. But like, if this has like something totally different, if it's not right, it's not going to be right. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're already used to like a standard of cars running into balls.
That don't sound good.
I know it sounds awful. So is this car to ball game going to be hit that same spot as the other car to ball game?
True. Well, we're going to have to find out tomorrow.
That's my question.
I'm pretty sure if it's being on PlayStation, it'll be on PlayStation's like Xbox Game Pass. PlayStation has their version of Game Pass. If it's at like a lower discounted price, I'm gonna definitely test it. Regardless of the price, I think I'm gonna try it out because I want to be good at a car ball game. I'm not good at Rocket League, so this would be the car ball game that I could get good at. Because I started playing Rocket League when it came out, but I didn't continue that, obviously. Mm-hmm. But this game, I could start at the beginning and get good at it. Because I know golf. I understand golf. Like, I do understand soccer, but it doesn't just work. Like, hopefully it might work with Turbo Golf here. So, I love the decor, the decor music. It's like elevator music.
It is. Total elevator.
You go from rock music to the elevator music.
And then the game starts and it's all crazy.
So there's the ice lock. You got the stomp. You got magnet to the ball. Then you can hit off of you even further distance.
There's a mode in Rocket League where you get to have like certain powers like that too.
Right. So some strategy there. And that's just like playing with certain clubs in your bag. So
yeah,
good job there, PlayStation. And Huge Calf is the developer there. Huge Calf Studios, great name, by the way. I love that. You think of some things and you just make it a thing.
This becomes a studio name.
You make it a thing. And there's my game, a horror game, of course. I cannot not talk about horror games right here. So we got Deceit 2. It's gonna be on all accounts: PS5, Xbox Series X, PC. Comes out today. World Makers is the developer. So Deceit 2 is an online social deduction horror game. Now, when you say have a game that says deduction, that means people are getting subtracted from this game. That means body counts are high. So inspire fear as the terror. Play as a detective, play detective as the innocent, or create mayhem as the cursed. Trapped with your friends and strangers, who can you trust to help you escape? Probably nobody. When they say that, when they ask you that question, that's just like in a horror movie. Who can you trust? Nobody.
You can't trust anybody.
Don't
in
trust
a horror
anybody.
movie.
The video game is called Deceit 2.
Why would you ask that question?
What would you ask that question for? It's Deceit 2. Trust no one. And you got paranormal activity going on in this piece as well.
It's you.
No. See,
the game's called Liar 2. Is everyone telling the truth? They ask. Well, probably not.
Probably not. So
called Deceit.
So that means be your own teammate. Talk to yourself a lot. Oh, see, I'm gonna take at least it helped out. The hand out of the wall that looked like a decrepit zombie hand gives you a key to get out of the building, but you really don't make it. It's just like false hope. The key gives you false hope. You're like, oh, I got a key to get out. Nah, we're just messing with you. So in a game called Deceit, don't trust no one. Okay? There you go. And it's free to play. This is free to play. Awesomeness. Download that. We could get on there.
Yeah. Multiplayer. Let's do it.
Yeah, multiplayer Deceit. So you can trust me. Okay? If we play with each other, we could trust me. I don't like to betray my teammates. Okay? I don't like it. So we're going to get out the house or the situation if we play together. I play Among Us, and my players, this is what told me about my players and their trust of me. They threw me out every time. Every time.
They didn't trust you?
They did not trust me. I'm like,
that's hilarious.
I'm in electrical, bro. I'm fixing the wires.
I didn't have the time to kill nobody. No,
You
Coach,
see
we don't
me?
trust
I'm
you.
trying to
Yeah,
connect the Reds.
I'm like, you even saw me. You ran past me and you still throwing me out? Oh, okay. I see how it is. So in Deceit 2, I will say you can trust me. You play with me or anybody in the chat, you play with me, I got your back.
I think I trust you, Ahman.
There
I
you
do.
go. Thank you. But don't trust no randoms that you play without me, okay?
Right.
And don't trust the characters, the computer in this. Oh, what's up? The computer characters in this game here. They just sound like they're deceitful.
Yeah, I don't trust that lady with the cat ears.
No.
Oh God.
You get
Levitating.
possessed. Body getting about to get broken in half.
That's me running away.
Me too. Me running. Trying to go up the elevator. But no, up. Go up. Don't go down to B1, A1 or whatever. See, that's what people mess around in horror movies. You panic too much. You're not focused. Upstairs.
They're not used to being in that type of situation, Ahman.
I know. I guess that's what it is.
High stress
But-
situation like that.
High stress, it is. I definitely agree with that. So, like I said, Deceit 2 is out today. Free to play, which is awesomeness. And don't trust nobody playing this game, y'all. Because you're going to end up like this. Some cat-eared person over top of you laughing at you because you fell for the banana in the tailpipe. There you go. All right, let's head over to what's on stream to wrap this show up.
Row your boat.
We got a good
gently
series
upwards.
going on.
Sorry. Excuse me. It's time for what's on stream.
Oh man, you've been watching? Did you catch it? I know you had to catch it because you got to talk about it, right?
I finished it. I finished it for a while. I've been done
Okay.
for a while.
Oh yeah. That's okay. But
I couldn't stop. I was like, this is too good of a series. I got to
It
keep
is.
watching. I'm not going
It
to just
is.
wait till the next week.
It is good. It is good. Let me share and bring it over. So this is actually a funny episode, and all at it being action packed as well as it does. And so I'll just read up real quick what the episode's about. Mr. and Miss Smith, episode 6, couples therapy, naked and afraid in parentheses. Says, "Oh John, oh Jane, our pair have been so bad at sharing and caring," which they have, because they're spies, I think, and they're still getting to know one another. Where was I at? Oh, so bad at sharing. And time to call in help. John and Jane get ready for couples therapy. So there you go. So it starts off where they're sitting at the couch describing, and so I liked how they did this episode where it's
I did
kind of it's a flashback. So they're sitting in therapy and they're flashing back to what just happened like an hour prior to the therapy session, and how they're doing their normal job of being spies and killing people and doing that stuff. But they have to do it in code too, right? To the therapist, because they can't really say, "Oh yeah, we're spies.
Yes.
We're going to kill people." So they're still what they IT techs,
The software
engineers.
Yeah. And she's
So
always
they-
like, your job sounds really stressful. Can't you change like the way you were?
Yeah.
Like,
or for a software engineer, it's really high stress job for you to. Yeah, it is. So they're living that scenario, that lie, to keep their identity safe, right? And so, but they're still telling the story, but not obviously the full story, saying that they have to take command of a person or a situation with gun control or with choking somebody and throwing them off the roof like Jane does in the chase scene there. So I say that's the funny part. And even more funny is that John is feeling insubordinate to Jane. Like he feels she's the leader all the time. And she's a badass with that sniper rifle in this shot anyway. I was watching that scene. I was like, God, dog. I'm like, oh.
I know. I was just going to. He was enjoying his time with the marks, right? Like he was just like playing cards and just BSing around. And then all of a sudden she's like, this is taking too long. That was a crazy scene.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. When I first saw the first dude get hit, and I'm like, I think that's Jane shooting. And sure enough, and he looks at, because when he looks at the glass and at the window behind, saying like, basically looking at her like, why'd you do that? I had this. I got this under control. You gotta trust me. And she's like, nah. Did you really have it under control? She's like being so condescending to him. Did you really have it under control, John? Huh? You were sitting there. These were your best friends. You're talking about me. You're being racist. You know, it's like, bro, you're not. You need to throw the life preserver up. Like, save yourself here, please do, because right now Jane is killing you, and she's killing everybody. She's a G. Jane is gangster.
Yeah. And what I like about the show is obviously the flashbacks, right? You get this action like we're seeing here on the stream as well, and the scene you're just talking about. But then you also get like this show that's set in a therapist's office, right?
Yep.
And this is about Mr. and Mrs. Smith, these spies, and now they're talking about all of the issues that they have with this situation of being spies and being quote unquote married. So I liked where this show, I love the way the show is telling this spy story. It's
100%.
It's not cliche. It's interesting. They switch it up every week. There's not like, many times you have like the fight toward this one ultimate end, but here you have like all these mini stories that get to where we're going at the end. And I appreciate it, I guess.
Yeah. And that's something where you could draw on Donald Glover's experience as being a writer and director. He did this in Atlanta, right? If you watch the seasons,
I haven't seen Atlanta. Yeah.
Go back and watch the seasons of Atlanta where he got into season 2 and 3, where he experimented. Like, he'll take an episode and just, it had nothing to do with the other episodes, and just
That's
try
awesome.
something. And some people, obviously, a lot of people don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
My man JFK does, but I did. I was like, oh, he's trying something different. And Marie, my wife, she's like, nah, I'm out.
I haven't seen Atlanta. I don't even know what it's on. Like,
it's on Prime Video. It's on
Prime now.
Yeah,
okay, it wasn't always.
It's on Disney Plus, and it's on Hulu. No, it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Okay, Hulu.
And now it's on Disney Plus because they got the Disney Plus Hulu pack bundle.
Oh yeah.
So you can catch it there. I think it's 3 seasons of Atlanta where he was writer, director, actor, same as Mr. and Mrs. Smith here, and he experimented then to now progress to now where it's just like he has it down pat.
Yeah.
How to make the scenes look from the camera flashing back and forth from different times. Mm-hmm. The dialogue of the characters, of how they're talking to one another or through one another or talking over one another. Because like you said, they're in this marriage, which is a marriage now because they kind of fully committed to each other. They said they admitted, but would say episode 2 or 3 that they loved each other. But they're having the normal struggles of the honeymoon stage is over. I'll say that much. The honeymoon stage is over for Mrs. and Mrs. Smith. And I think John has to come up, got to suck up his pride a little bit, because Jane, she's just a little bit more gangster than he is, and he needs to get in shape. Like, to be that old and still have asthma problems, that means he didn't order his subscription for his inhaler. I'm just saying. I grew up with asthma. If you're having an asthma attack, that means you're not going through your protocols on the daily, bro.
Oh, you're skipping like what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. So him not able to keep up with her, I'm like, I know I could keep up with Jane. Because he had that's a bad excuse. That's on him. That's on Jane. That's on John, and not hitting his inhaler at least twice a day. And knowing that you a spy, you have to be in shape. You never know what you're going to be doing. Like if they running up chasing criminals, you can't be having an asthma attack trying to chase and kill a criminal.
To be fair, I don't know why it wasn't part of the prerequisites before he got the job where they tested it. I mean, they're just going it straight off like an interview. They should do some sort of physical fitness if you're going to be a spy that has to take out people.
I guess they just wanted to know simple like stuff like are you going to not talk to your family? Which
they should also know. Yeah, I would assume. Yeah.
Are you okay being with a roommate or a woman roommate? You know, they asking those questions. But I think if they're going to be a super spy, the health side of it is going to be big for me because like you've seen enough spy movies, right? We talked about them. You know, Mission Impossible. That you got Ethan jumping off buildings and fighting guys and women with guns and shooting this and that. And, You got to know how to use a sniper rifle. You got to know how to stab somebody. It's a kill stab, right?
You got to know MMA. You got to
Right.
know. You've got to be able to have
Grappling.
extreme physical fitness. You've got to.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you get a red flag when you say, "Oh yeah, I got asthma problems." Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Let me write that down. I'm gonna send this to HR before we finish
Check it
this
out.
interview. Check this out. Boom. I love this actress here. Her
Therapist.
the therapist's presence and how she's trying to decipher, because she's trying to figure out what the problem is.
Mhm.
But obviously they're lying to her the entire time because of job reasons, and she's just working through what they're trying to tell her. And she's really like, okay, well, you have this emotion because, and then like, I just love how she's trying to work through it. When she probably, her gut is probably telling her they're lying to me on something, because something doesn't add up. Because I think as a therapist long enough, you know something ain't right within the first 5 minutes of having a couple sitting down, like where the problems are coming from. But I'm like, gut should be telling her they both lying. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't
Her
tell the
intuition.
difference. Yeah, my tuition as a therapist would say, hey, they both lying. They both covering up something.
Spoiler alert
Okay.
to the end of the episode, which I thought was really funny, because you talked about, I think at the start of this, how funny this episode was too. And I thought one of the funny parts and there's a lot of comedy woven throughout all these episodes, but
They are. Yep.
as the therapist says toward the end, that she's been recording every session so they can watch them back. And there have been times, right, where she was like out of the room, or they've talked, and they didn't know they were being recorded. So to destroy any copies, they set the house on fire and they leave. And so they walk out and like this whole
I totally missed that part.
they set it on fire, like, wow, crap.
I
We didn't
saw
know there
that.
was- yeah.
I think I went to the bathroom and came back. I'm like, why is the house on fire? And I totally disconnected. See what happens when you go to the bathroom? You miss
I know.
things. I did. I
You
went
miss
to the bathroom.
Yeah. So
'cause
she
I
had
was like, why is
said like
that-
she had said
Okay.
every episode, every
session
has been recorded.
Of
they're
course,
like-
they got to do that.
Where? They're like, oh, I've got cameras everywhere. He's like, oh.
Oh, problem. We got to fix this right now. And
Yeah.
boom, you had to do that. That's a no-brainer. Being a high-risk spy, and you go to the dentist, and the dentist said, oh yeah, we have cameras everywhere. Okay, I'll be back later.
I'll be back.
We'll be closed. Don't worry
here.
about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So great series there. I think we are almost at the end. Was it 8 episodes?
8 episodes. Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm getting close to the end myself. Almost 6, but I might do like you, because I got a long weekend to travel. Going to visit my godson
Nice.
this weekend. He lives in Orlando. I believe he's turning 15 years old. Wow. And he is a gamer, John.
Uh-oh.
He plays Overwatch. He plays CSGO. I'm super excited. So I said, hey, we keep this thing up. If you want to be in Nebraska one day, check it out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Plant the seed in early. Boom.
Yeah.
And he's a good student. He's a good kid. He's a fantastic kid. Grew up with all sisters, so he understands the world because all his sisters taught him the world, basically. I got friends who grew up with nothing but sisters. They're usually well-rounded people.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's better than, well, I don't, who knows? But all brothers, I think, could get a little crazy.
Yes. My 2 brothers
You don't have
dislocated
that.
my shoulder when I was a baby. I don't know. I don't know where that came into. Like, oh man, this is. But they made up for it though. As I got older, they made up for it. They taught me everything I know about life, about football, about sports.
Right.
Along with my mom and dad too. My older sister, she's always dropping knowledge on me on nutrition and keeping me healthy. But when we were kids, it was a whole nother story. But I survived. I'm here today.
He's still here.
I'm still here. So, man, that was fun. Tommy, awesome. Like I said, I'm gonna get on it. Be out there to either Evo or the event in September. He said, and he had a top secret event too.
Secret event that he'll have more information on. That's
More
rated.
information. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, and the website once again, raidenscience.org.
Yep, I'll put it right there. Let it run for a minute.
Okay.
Everybody check it out. It's apparel at the myspotify.com right there. The AB1B52.myspotify.com. That's the apparel shop where you could go.
Okay.
T-shirts, hoodies, and I think thermals, stuff like that has the Raiden Science Foundation logo on it. Pretty cool. Check it out. And the other link tree about the 5K, the virtual 5K that you could do from anywhere. You don't have to be in Oregon where they live to do the 5K. You could be in Wisconsin. You could be in Madison. You could be in LA. You could be in Tokyo, Japan, and still take place. I'll participate with that. So I think that was a fantastic idea. I didn't know that was real. I'm like, you could do virtual 5Ks now.
Yeah, that's awesome. And
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll keep tabs on him, and then we got down the line. Like I said, I gotta hold me accountable. I'm gonna be at one of these events before the year's up here in 2024 for them. So again, shout out to Tommy Pham and his family, beautiful family there. And follow, like, subscribe at the links below. Same for us here at the Gamers Lounge podcast. Follow, like, subscribe. Follow at Instagram, Ahman Green 30, all one word. Twitch is Ahman Green TV, and there's the TikTok and also the X for everything else. John, what about yourself?
At JONA, yep, at JONARIAS Radio on X, at John Cast Podcast on Instagram and X as well. And yeah.
For sure. And then my man, he's not here, but we'll speak about him. Rico Alvarez Clary, and he's on Twitch. Nikki Flash, and I think he said one day somebody was like, "Man, you got too many monikers. Basically, too many. Come up with one name and stick with it." So he's got to work on that. We gotta tell Rico. Yeah. He's not a rookie no more either. So we gotta let him know.
Yeah, he's not a rookie.
Yeah, he's not a rookie no more. But yeah, he is on X as well. Check him out. And he's recovering from the Supernova trip. He was out in San Diego. Good weather, but long travel. Well, he'll be back soon, if not next week. We'll see him soon. But for everybody else in the chat, thank you for coming in, and we'll be back same bat channel. I'm trying to think, do we have any guests next week? We don't know yet. We'll see.
Not sure yet.
Yeah. We will see. All right. So on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, Twitch, X, and Instagram, thank you for supporting. The viewership has been awesome. We appreciate it very much, and keep it going. And we'll see y'all next week here on the Gamers Lounge. All right, here we go. Now let's get out of here because we got to go eat. Got to get some food in our bodies. Oh, let's go here first. Right here, music. There.
Way funny.